Greetings gamers! Big fat hairy Greech here to take some of the fun out of this joyous season with a dire warning which will hopefully prevent you from getting ripped off this Winter Veil. Grumpy Goalie here is quite rightly whinging about the rampant commercialisation of the Feast of Winter Veil. The Smoky Pastures goblins have turned a dwarven religious holiday into an opportunity to sell candles and gifts. The dwarves believe that a titan called Great Father Winter, not to be confused with a character sitting by the bank, cloaks the land in snow to allow it to rest and provides a bountiful blessing on those who celebrate his coming by sharing what they have to make a feast. The goblins, however, have turned it into a massively commercialised profit-making enterprise to sell candles and gifts. So it seems ripping people off for profit has become a sort of Winter Veil tradition. One such tradition is putting ice cold milk on the auction house for ridiculous prices, knowing that a lot of people don't know where they can pick it up for next to nothing. Hence they pay 1 gold or more on the auction house for a single milk when they could buy a stack of 5 for 5 silver, just 2 doors down the road.
Welcome!
Those of us in the know can complete our quest and put the leftover milk on the auction house for 1 gold each, and some rich person is going to buy it because when you have 500,000 gold in your bag, who cares about 1 gold? The effort of travelling just 2 shops down is too much. Better to just pay the 1 gold and have done with it. For low levels in Ironforge, buying a stack of milk and stick it on the auction house for serious markup is not a bad way to get some easy gold. Another tradition, however, is farming small eggs in the run-up to Winter Veil and putting them on the auction house for stupid sums of money. At the time of making this video they're going for about just under 30 gold each, but I've seen them on for as much as 100 gold for 1 small egg. But be careful, the deposit on small eggs is really high. Check this out. 81 gold for 14 eggs put on as singles. In a not so recent patch, Blizzard made it clear that they wished to stop people putting trade goods on for singles. Some add-ons were making it easy for people to put on thousands of single items, meaning hundreds of pages of ones to scroll through before you get to the higher stacks. Ironically, you never had to scroll through hundreds of pages. All you had to do was change the filter to a range from highest price to lowest price, and you could start with the highest stacks and work backwards. Still, enough people complained that Blizzard intervened with a so-called temporary measure of penalising people who put stuff on in stacks of 1 with a 20% of the asking price additional deposit. Now this huge deposit is refundable, but only if the item actually sells. So sellers, beware. Before you think about ripping people off by putting loads of single small eggs on the auction house, remember you're going to need to sell at least 1/5 of the eggs you put on just to break even. If you do have a lot of eggs you've been farming just for this time, try to put them on in stacks of 5 and only the odd one single here and there. Putting on a stack of 5 and setting the price to per unit instead of per stack means you're only paying 1 deposit rather than 5. So gamers, If you're thinking of ripping off your fellow gamers this Winter Veil, in keeping with the Winter Veil tradition, just be careful that Blizzard don't rip you off with the astronomical deposits. Also, if you have just completed the quest to turn in the gingerbread cookies and you think, I think I'll make loads of herb-baked eggs to level up my cooking while I'm here, now is not a good time to skill up your low-level cooking. My advice is to wait until the end of Winter Veil holiday, when the price of small eggs will come crashing down as people who farmed loads of eggs for profit are desperately trying to offload their surplus. Okay, with that warning in place, I do hope you have a lot of fun this Winter Veil, and I'll look forward to seeing you in another video.